Hey friends, welcome back to more Reddit stories about entitled people, insane people, and all that kind of stuff. Hope you're all doing awesome today, and as usual, let's get right into today's Reddit posts. Someone was giving my phone number to throw off debt collectors and solicitors. I found out who was doing it and directed them to contact her. So this started about a year ago with a campaign solicitation text saying, "Hi Donna, this is the headquarters of Candidate X. I'm running for county name and office. Can we count on your vote?" I would text back that they had a wrong number and get an apologetic response, with a promise to remove my number. But I continued to get political as well as real estate solicitations. "Hi Donna, I'm with XYZ Realtors. I was wondering if you were looking to sell your property at 123 Main Street." On top of that, I started getting calls from collection agents trying to reach Donna. No matter how many times I said they had a wrong number, they kept calling. Now these text numbers, based on their area codes, originated in the opposite end of the country where I live. With just a first name, a partial address, and an area code from that region, I went online to do a reverse address lookup. I found a site where when I typed in the start of an address, it brought up a pick list with possible combinations for the house number and street names. I found an address that was in a town that was part of the area code where the text came from. Sure enough, the information pulled up Donna's full name, her full address, and cell phone number. So I sent her the following text. "Hello Donna, you don't know me, but you apparently know my number. Please stop giving it out to solicitors, collection companies, and campaigners. Thanks to online research, I have your name, address, and phone number. So I will say it again, stop giving out my number." I don't know if this emboldened her because the texts kept coming. So I simply forwarded them to her and texted, "Whenever I get a solicitation in your name, I'm going to forward them to you." In addition, I would text solicitors back and provide them with Donna's correct cell number. I have not received a solicitation text since. As for the collectors, I have an app on my phone that converts text to speech so that I don't have to talk directly with robocallers and the like. Since I can preload text replies, I created one regarding Donna. So whenever I got a collection call looking for Donna, I provided this automated response. "You have the wrong number. This person, Donna X, has been giving out my phone number to deflect collectors from contacting her. I don't know her or even live in her state, but I managed to get some information about her thanks to some online research. Her correct phone number is blank." The collection calls have since stopped as well. Dude demands a knife to scrape off a chip in the floor tile. Gets angry and stares at me from the lobby when I don't give him one. Weirdest crap. Look, the hotel I work at is ranked number 1 out of all the hotels under that brand name in the nation. It's spotlessly clean and the standards are high. However, in the men's bathroom in the lobby, there's a chip in the floor tile. A fairly small one that has been there since I started working there over 2 years ago. The maintenance guy fixed it with some kind of ceramic epoxy putty that hardened and was smoothed over, but it's a different color than the tiles, so it sticks out. Why do they leave it like that instead of redoing it with putty that matches the tile color? Hell if I know. It's near the edge of the wall in the corner. So this older dude in his 70s with a cane came up to the desk all upset, saying that there was a piece of gum stuck to the floor in the lobby bathroom, and he wanted it gone immediately. I kinda chuckled to myself and said, "That's not a piece of gum, sir. That's where a crack in the tile was fixed." "No, it is not. It is gum." "I assure you it's not. I've swept, mopped, and scrubbed over that spot for 2 years now, and it is not gum." I know it's not a chip in the tile, because I bent down and scratched it real hard with my fingernails until a little piece of it came off. First of all, ew. Second of all, if you thought it was gum, why the F would you deliberately choose to get it under your fingernails? Dude. Meanwhile, his grown daughter is waiting for the elevator, trying to get him to give it up, and he keeps waving her off and ignoring her. She and I exchange exasperated looks with each other, and she goes upstairs. I just went with, "I will let housekeeping know about it, sir." This made him even more annoyed, and he said, "No, just give me a knife and I'll do it myself." "No, housekeeping will take care of it." "Give me a knife so I can do it myself." "Housekeeping will take care of it." "Go get me a knife right now." "Sir, I am not getting you a knife to do this. I said I will let housekeeping know, and I will." He grumbled and got mad and said, "Fine, I'll just wait in the lobby until someone gets me a knife, or until I can watch them clean it. Alright, more power to you, bro. He sits down in the lobby and stares at me. I ignore him while checking in a few people, and he continues to stare at me. What the hell, man? My new coworker says he's gonna go look at it. Okay, dude, you go check that out. So he goes into the bathroom and this old guy gets up and stands literally right in front of the closed bathroom door. A few seconds later, the door opens and this old guy immediately starts in on, "Excuse me, sir, there is gum on the floor in that bathroom." It was so ridiculous, I was just laughing with my head in my hands back in the office. I hear my coworker say, "Yes, sir, I'm aware of your concerns. It's not gum, it's just a repair patch on the chipped tile." Old man grumbles and insists it's not, and told him to get out of the way so he could go in there and scratch it off with his fingernails. Coworker says, "Please do not do that, sir." "Well then give me a knife." "Look, I will let our maintenance guy know. That's what I can do for you right now, okay?" Old guy turns around, grumbling to himself about how we're lying, and nobody wants to work anymore, and if we'd only give him a knife, etc. Crazy dude. It isn't gum. It doesn't look like gum. What the hell? Workers make construction noise over allowed hours and steal my electricity without asking. Moving into a new development 2 years ago, I knew I'd have construction around me sooner than later. As expected, there's a new house getting built on the lot next to mine. A bit of a bummer for me seeing construction started on my first day of vacation, but what can you do? Noise hours in my town are from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. during weekdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, and no construction and/or industrial noises on Sunday. Despite this, they work 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week. The town's doing nothing because the sole inspector is on vacation. Police don't care anyway. We're the kind of town where police response is measured in days. Neighbors have lodged official complaints. I tried talking with the builders, but to no avail. Thursday, I walked outside to see them using my exterior outlets for their air compressor and other tools. I had a talk with them and the GC was rude as hell, eventually apologized and told me it wouldn't happen again. Yesterday, I came home late in the evening after being out all day to see multiple extension cords plugged into all my exterior outlets. The builders had already left, but the cords remained. I turned off the breakers. I should have thought about it sooner, to be honest. And I took the extension cords to my parents' place. 5 very nice 100-foot exterior grade 12-gauge cords. Dad kept 2. My brother took 2 home today, and the last one I'm giving to friends who could use a better one. This morning at 6 a.m. the builders came knocking for their cords. I don't know, bro, I haven't seen them. Anyway, you're not supposed to use my power. Didn't the GC tell you? Cue whining and complaining. Front door neighbor came in clutch and started berating them for bothering me and leaving their tools outside. Are they stupid or what? Don't they know we have copper thieves around here? So they waited until 9 a.m. until the town's only hardware store opened and bought new extension cords. For what? I don't know. Because my breakers are still turned off and will remain so as long as construction is ongoing. They came back with new cords, but no power from my house, so they left, having nothing to do. Today I spent my entire time installing my new security cameras around the house, just in case. Anyway, been meaning to do it. We do have serious theft issues around here. Wait, so you're telling me that these workers working on a house next door were so dependent on your power outlets that when they couldn't use them, they couldn't even work at all? So they had no choice but to leave for the day because they couldn't even run their equipment? What in the world? Revenge potato after tracking tag found. My kid's mother, my ex, is a control freak. We have shared care, weak about arrangements. She demands to know her daughter's every movement, texts constantly, checking up on her and a load of other overbearing nonsense. One of the reasons I left her also. My daughter is now well into her teens and fed up with the control. The ex tries to track her via various apps on my daughter's phone. However, my daughter is savvy enough to disable this when she wants. So we went camping for a week in the summer with my new partner and her kids. I told the ex exactly where we were camping and our planned travel route. My daughter had had enough of the control and texts and turned off her phone as we left for the trip. We had to detour a bit due to roadworks, and soon I got a text from the ex demanding to know where we were going and why our daughter wasn't responding. I was surprised she knew we were off track a bit. Once we get to camp, we go looking, and sure enough, find an AirTag hidden in my daughter's bag. Both myself and my daughter were pretty unimpressed and almost dumped it in the garbage. Instead, we decided to have some fun. We were camping in a small town with a post office. We bought a large potato on which my daughter drew an angry face, put the AirTag and the potato inside a sealed post bag and posted it to her mother. Over the next 6 days of camping, I received a series of increasingly agitated calls and texts from the ex about our whereabouts. She was freaking out as the tag traveled from our remote town, through another state, and slowly back to her address. A week goes by fast and we head home. Drop the kids off to their mothers and almost forgot about the package, as it hadn't arrived apparently. A few days later, I get an excited call from my daughter, who was grounded. The post bag had turned up at least a couple of weeks after sending. The potato had gone bad and turned to a foul-smelling mush in the bag that upon opening had spilled onto the living room carpet, leaving a rotten mess with an AirTag in the middle. Even better, it was the ex who opened it. I wish I had been there to see her face. Apparently, it was worth the grounding. The ex still tries to control and track my kids, but doesn't have much luck. Entitled Karen thinks she can do anything because of her husband's union position. This happened pre-COVID, so the details are a bit fuzzy, but it's a story I still laugh about. 16 to 17 male. I used to work as a groundskeeper for a park that hosted a massive annual event for our town, the kind that quadruples the population for a weekend. One day I was off the clock and enjoying the event when I saw a woman storm into one of the back areas reserved for workers. Curious and suspicious, I followed her in since I didn't recognize her. To my shock, I found her taking a dump in one of our buckets inside the small garage. I couldn't believe it. As she confronted me, she started screaming at me, "My husband is the president of the union," and a bunch of other nonsense. Clearly, she thought that gave her the right to do whatever she wanted. Deciding to be petty, I texted my boss what happened. I kept an eye on her, even pretending to chat with some random people to keep track of her location. Shout out to them for backing me up, enjoying some tea. About 15 minutes later, a couple of uniformed officers approached me. I explained the situation, and we all watched as she was escorted out of the event by the officers. To this day, I still laugh and think, what union? I was making minimum wage. Alright guys, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, and also hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when we upload. So have a nice day everyone, and I'll see you next time.